What's up, everybody? TonyPizzaGuy here, back again with another video, and we have a lot to talk about, so you better strap on your big boy pants because we got to talk about Sasha Banks. Now, if you do enjoy this stuff and you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you've been here for a while, hit that thumbs up and let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Now, before I do get into this, I do want to let you guys know that I am not a reporter. I am not a journalist. I don't go out there and find the scoops for you. I'm what I would consider an analyst. I take everything that I see around me, I put them all together, and I make my opinion on all of this. Again, I don't know if these are true. I don't know if these are false. These are just allegations that are going out there about what's going on with Sasha Banks. We do have news talk about Sasha Banks today. We're going to talk about everything going on from her release that she wants in the WWE all the way to backstage heat she has with the former WWE Women's Champion, and there's a whole bunch of crazy stuff coming out of here. So if you guys weren't familiar, Sasha Banks, Bayley, they were the tag team, right? They were the tag team champions, the first ever women's tag team champions. Now, rumors going around were that at WrestleMania, Sasha and Bayley did not want to lose those tag team titles. They were very upset. They thought they were booked poorly, and they didn't think that it was a good look for their characters. Rumor has it around the water cooler that they were laying on the ground in the locker room screaming and yelling that they didn't want to lose the tag titles. Then after Mania, apparently, rumor has it around the water cooler that they were laying on the ground of their hotel room in the hallway screaming and yelling about how they were upset. And since then, on the Superstar Shakeup, Raw and SmackDown, we did not see Sasha Banks. We did see Bayley get drafted to SmackDown. Now, going on with this, I do want to just talk about Bayley a little bit because now that she is on SmackDown, she is now going to be a singles competitor. She actually came out and said, I don't just show up to clock in and clock out. I'm not just along for the ride. I'm here to evolve, and I expect this whole roster to push me to my limits because that is what I'm here to do to them. To be more. Becky might be champ for now, but I'm here to be the change. So what we're looking at is that we're getting Bayley as a singles competitor on SmackDown. Sasha Banks was not drafted to SmackDown. She was not shown up on Raw or SmackDown. So her current status with the WWE is up in arms. What we've currently heard now is that Sasha Banks has actually asked for her release from the WWE. She wants to quit the WWE, and every rumor that's coming out is saying that she does not approve of the current situation that she is in. Now, moving towards more news going on, we have Sasha Banks reportedly has legitimate backstage heat with former WWE Women's Champion Alexa Bliss. That's right. Here's what's going on. Because we know this whole Sasha Banks thing is blowing up. There's a lot of topics going on here, and it's not looking very good for Sasha Banks. You know, at one point I kind of stuck up for her, but then again, we'll talk more about the good and the bad as this progresses on. Let's talk about the Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss situation. So, as this is going on right now, there's a lot going on. We know that Alexa Bliss has actually blocked Sasha Banks on Twitter. If you follow all that, that's actually how that went down. But we were talking to Brad Shepard. This is reported by Ringsider News. And he says, I was told by Sasha Banks that they have to keep separate from Alexa Bliss for the time being. Only time will tell if the situation is going to get better, but they need to be kept away from each other. So that's what he's coming out. He's got the, oh, you didn't know show. And that's his take. So there's the report coming out on that there's legit backstage heat with Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss blocking her on Twitter. The feud's real, right? From what we're getting here is that this is real. What it's looking like to me, right? And I want to take a second here to break this down because this is a lot bigger. I actually put out a video on Twitter and talked about Luke Harper leaving the WWE, but I wanted to talk about her, Sasha Banks, and kind of what's going on here. So the WWE can be a very grueling environment, let's say. You're there wrestling 300 days a year, right? You're putting your body on the line. You're going out there and you're trying to be the best version of your character that you can be. Going out there for 300 days a year, you want to see your character be treated fairly. If you put a lot of time and effort into building, let's say, the boss like Sasha Banks did, she would want her character to be used properly. We saw this in the past with Stone Cold Steve Austin, where he took his ball and went home because he did not think that he should have a match with Brock Lesnar on Monday Night Raw without any build, without anything of a proper program. Stone Cold left, was upset, didn't show up to Monday Night Raw. The WWE kind of buried him for a while. He since then said it was the biggest mistake of his career and he regrets doing it. WWE eventually, they mended fences, but that's where that situation went. What I'm seeing with Sasha Banks is this, right? This is the thing with the WWE. The WWE is a machine. They're a machine that keeps working. Stone Cold Steve Austin even said it before in a DVD. You're a cog in a machine. They take out the old gear, they put in a new gear, and the machine keeps on turning. That's how the WWE works. With this, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be upset, right? You have a lot of people who are frustrated. Their character's not being used properly. They want to be on the top of the card. They don't want to lose their championship. They don't want to lose their spot. So what do? They get upset. They speak out. They say, I'm leaving the WWE. This isn't for me. And what happens is this doesn't really do anything for their character, right? This doesn't really do anything for them on a WWE scale, right? Because there's a million people right now trying to get into the WWE. There's a million people signed to new contracts. Every day we see a new independent wrestling star that's signed to a WWE Performance Center contract. People are knocking on the door to get in. So a person like Sasha Banks, Luke Harper, Neville, whatever it may be, those people leaving because they're frustrated, well, WWE's just got another person they're going to put in their spot and replace them. That's just how fast WWE works nowadays. What's going to happen here is that Sasha Banks is breaking down right now. That's typically what happens in a situation where you're surrounded by chaos all the time. You're unhappy. You're not at the spot that you want to be. That's what Sasha Banks is getting right here. What's going to be good for her, though, is if she does step away from the WWE. Now, I'm not just talking about, she's going to go to AEW. She's going to go to Ring of Honor. She's going to go to New Japan. That's not even the fact here. That doesn't matter. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is personally her mental attitude, her well-being. Right now, she's in a poor place. If you're going to lay on the ground and scream that you lost your title, whether that's true or not, the rumors are there. Alexa Bliss, her getting in a fight, probably showing that Sasha Banks is having a bad attitude. And again, if you're so dedicated into what you're doing and you're fighting for what you're doing and you believe what you're doing is right, you're going to get a little angry when your ideas aren't going over, when your hard work is not paying off. This is the way I see it. This is the best for business. Make it happen. And when it doesn't happen, people get upset. So we need to have a discussion about mental health in the WWE is really the big situation here. Because a lot of people are frustrated. We just see Luke Harper wanting to leave. We heard countless number of rumors, thousands of people that were going to leave the WWE, right? We've heard it all. Next is Sasha Banks being upset with her spot, not being on Raw or SmackDown, whether she voluntarily didn't show up or WWE didn't put her on or maybe it's travel issues. Who knows? But the rumors are there. The speculation is there that this is what's going on. What I think is best for Sasha Banks is to just go away for a while. Leave the wrestling business for a while. I know she wants to be the best that she possibly can be, but you have to think about the mental attitude there. You got to think about it. Mental health is such a big issue nowadays. We have a really high suicide rate in the United States now, and we have to think about this. Because if you're not taking care of yourself first and you're trying to, fight for what's right in your job and all that, you're going to get burned out. And we see it. And if you escape from the business, you can clear your mind, get a better sense of direction of where, okay, maybe I wasn't right in this situation. Maybe we could have lost the tag titles and came back. Maybe there's another angle here, There's all kinds of different options here. But she needs to chill out for a moment away from the WWE. Is she right in being upset? Sure. If she feels that her character is not going in the direction that's going to benefit her the most, I would be upset too. But going about it in a way that she's going about it is probably not the best way. Again, take a step back, breathe for a second, get your mental health fixed, and then come back when maybe you're better. I mean, we saw it with Lars Sullivan. He kind of had a mental breakdown for a little bit, and now he came back and he's in like a main scene. So I think maybe that's what's best for these wrestlers, right? You're surrounded by this chaos, this WWE traveling circus for 300 days a year. There's no escape. There's no getting away. You can't get a clear picture of where you're going or where it's at. If you're surrounded by this for all day, and this has happened to me in just YouTube and stuff. I'm not going to say that my mental health is all that great or all that bad because everybody's situation is different. But I will say this. If you're doing the same thing every day, if you're in that environment 24/7, there's going to be some frustration and you're going to get burned out. I feel like a lot of these people are getting burned out. And it's a WWE problem right now. A lot of wrestlers are saying, you know what? I'm going to leave. I'm going to go do other things and I'm going to get my mental health fixed. And that's what I think she should do. I don't know what her money situation is like, if she saved up money from her run in the WWE, but I think honestly she needs to take a step back, clear her mind, whether she wants to go to AEW, Ring of Honor, New Japan, Independence, back to WWE, whatever she wants to do, she just needs to get it fixed. Needs to get her mind clear, mental health back on track, and then I think we'll be best. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you guys do enjoy this, make sure you let me know. And as always, I'm TonyPizzaGuy. We will see you in another video.